Welcome to Tapping Vegas, brought to you by Better and Green. Today we are breaking down UFC Fight Night between Bonfim and Brown. Bobby is back with me to break down another UFC card. Pretty much about even, plus one unit last week. But hey, that's how win streaks begin, right? We avoided the trap card, the betting card, the UFC betting scandal card. People might start calling it here. I just want to put it out right now. Me and Bobby were on the right side in that Del Valle fight that went down. We weren't part of it. We weren't part of the rigging. We just we had a feeling in our bones.
Yeah, before everybody else and their grandma. So yeah, you're welcome.
We don't have the bankroll to be with what those guys are doing. It sounds like opening accounts and dormant accounts, betting massive amounts of money. Yeah. I mean, I would have loved to be one of those guys. Well, not right now, but it'd be nice to be able to throw around cash like that. But we'll talk about being able to make a couple units this weekend with the fights that we do have going on. Quick shout out, a comment last week. Fight Radar. It is not a thing that me and Bobby had heard of, and if you look it up, your computer might do what mine did and change it to Flight Radar and give you a different website. Nope, check out Fight Radar. This is actually really cool. Me and Bobby were talking about it before this show, so shout out to him. Thanks for watching. I hope you came back and you watched this episode so you can see us breaking it down. I feel like we also need to do a whole nother episode just talking about this, Bobby, because I saw like the select a fighter, and then I was like, oh man, they got, I believe, like over 1,000 fighters, and they only keep data within the last 3 years, which I was like, damn. That way you don't have some noob that's coming up to you like, do you think Aspinall could beat Boss Rutan this next card? You're like,
yeah, dude, of course.
He could. He could. Will that fight happen? Probably not. Oh, why? Dana won't do it? Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why. But I thought, man, it's going to be like a pain in the butt to go through each card, looking up the people. And then you just scroll down a little bit, and there they are. They all are. You can click on it. Once again, this isn't a great thing that they're seeing. It's just a little small window, but you guys really do need to check these guys out. FightRadar.com. But we'll get into the fights now. Bobby, first one, Hyder Emil versus Jamal Emmers. I think it had two strong leans, two strong predictions. I think this was one of them. And the other AI system I use had a pretty strong lean here. So I'm interested to see which way you're going here. So I'm going to start with you.
I like Hyder Emil in this. I've been a fan of Hyder since I first started watching him in the UFC when he made his debut on the Contender Series 2023 official debut February. February of last year. So hasn't been that long, but has been very active since then. Fernie Garcia strikes TKO, his first win in the UFC officially, round 2, beat Jiang Yang Li. Split decision over William Gomez, lost to Jose Delgado this past June, his first loss in the UFC in round 1. But, I mean, that's kind of just a risk you take with the style that Hyder has. That's my biggest criticism of him, is I just wish he was a little bit more defensively sound. He's definitely a firefighter for sure, likes to stand and bang in the pocket, reckless abandon, can drop his hands. He opens himself up to counters. It's definitely something that it's going to kind of be similar to Justin Gaethje, right? It's very exciting. It's very entertaining. It's going to lead to him having a nice career in the UFC, but it will not be a long career if he doesn't make some changes. So hopefully he can still, be just as entertaining like Gaethje when he made the change, just also with a little bit more respect to his health and longevity in the sport. Because, he's a really exciting guy. Definitely a lot more exciting than Jamal Emmers. Jamal Emmers has been in the UFC since 2020. Had a really rough go of his debut, getting Giga Chikadze back when everybody was, let's just say, they were putting a piece of meat, commonly referred to as a sausage log, on the banana seat of a bicycle, and they were taking it for a spin around a few blocks. Let's just say that.
Gigging on his chid.
Yeah, they were gigging on some chid for sure. Guck 5000 with the Giga kick right into their old sack. to where they needed to have it. But what I'm getting at is, yeah, it's a pretty rough debut to have that guy as your first fight in the UFC in 2020. But whatever, But I mean, ever since then, this man, somebody needs to look into this man potentially for the betting scandal, because how do you go a perfect loss win, loss win, loss win, loss win your entire time in the UFC?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we're following that perfect pattern going back 5 years now, looks like he's due for a loss, right? So,
Hey.
if nothing else, how statistically significant and strange is this? Uh, as you guys already know on this show, we're already members of the FBI. We
Yep.
are female body inspectors.
Yep.
So we are actually very aware of this anomaly, and we're
Mm-hmm.
speaking into our little radio and letting the higher ups know about it.
Yep.
The little microphone that we got here. But yeah, we're going to flag this as a Hyder Emil Texas size ass whooping that he's about to unleash upon Jamal Emmers. Because Jamal Emmers just, could he potentially crack Hyder Emil? Sure, of course he could. I mean, he's got 43% of his wins by TKO, but guess what? He also has 38% of his losses by TKO. So I think that he's going up against a Filipino smaller version of basically Nate Landwehr, who he's already lost to in pretty dominant fashion. I think the same thing's going to happen with Hyder Emil. I think it's a nice get right fight for him. You're not getting KO TKO as much. Too good here. Plus 130 currently on DraftKings. You got 79% of the bets on Hyder, 21% on Jamal there. A mill by decision. That's not too bad, though, at plus 400, because, I mean, that's also the other majority way that our boy Emmers loses. Another 38% of his losses by decision there. So that's a little bit tantalizing to potentially think about that there. Hyder mill decision. What do you think?
Me personally, and both of the two algorithms that I looked at, all really like Emil. So we're all right there with you, Bobby. I've been a fan of Emil, like you said. Like, dude hasn't been around very long, but he people were acting like he was the industry plant and not Ursig. But I'm like, I just, there's something about Hyder Emil. I just liked him. It might be that like Neanderthal bottom jaw that he has. Like, he's just willing to stand and bang, just like a what's his name? Oh, other boy with the big jaw. He's like the great value version of him.
Talking about oh boy that kicked the Canadian fella in the Stones.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's God damn it! Why am I Drew Dober?
Yes, Drew Dober, thinking the Crimson Chin. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't think of his name there for a second, but yeah, he's like a great value Drew Dober, man. I like him. So I'll take him on the money line at the minus 142. I just think it's the safer bet. Jamal Emmers does have that reach advantage on him. I think this is going to be definitely a test of a fight for him. I think Emmers is going to put up a good fight back, but I like to step him up in competition for Emil because he just can't fight cans his whole career, which was kind of the complaint about him and why people thought he was such a plant early on. Yeah, so give me Emil money line. Are you going money line or are you taking the decision?
Oh, that's tough, man. Yeah, screw it. I'll go by decision.
By the decision, the plus 400?
Yeah, I'll go with it for now.
Okay. All right, well, we'll move on to the next fight. We got Christian Leroy Duncan versus Marco Tulio Silva. Bobby, there's so many parts to me that want to go with Chris Duncan here. Part of it, he's the underdog. Part of it, like, I could see him being able to control this fight. But, man, after talking with Judge and Analyzer, wrestlers scare me, man. They really do. And I feel like Marco Tulio can be the busier striker. I mean, we got Robert Valentin on this card. You want to talk about wrestlers for strikers. It's just hard to know what the judge on that day is going to pick. So I'm on Marco Tulio here, and I don't like any of the methods enough to take him. So I'm on that nasty money line of minus 185. But I really wanted to take Duncan, but everything that I was reading and looking at, and of course, you know how I love my algorithms. It's all pointed to Tulio, and everybody's on Tulio too. If you're looking at like the predictions, which makes me want to take Duncan even more. But I feel like if I take Duncan and then I'm just wrong and it was so obvious, I'm gonna just be so mad at myself. What do you think?
Yeah, this one's tough
Yeah,
because, I mean, you're looking at, the very short career of Tulio right now. Just made his debut last August Contender Series, fought twice already this year. But, I mean, it's not the high level of competition, right? It's Ihor
right.
Kateria and Trayshawn Gore. So is that
Both
really
bad.
enough to kind of
Mm-mm.
give you a feel for what's going on? I mean, you got Christian Leroy Duncan's been around just a little bit longer, March of 2023. Dusko Turdovic, that's not exactly crazy comp. Losing to Petrosian back then, there was no shame in it.
No.
Lulin, that's decent. Habero, that's decent. Lost to Robocop, that's okay.
Right.
I mean, Audrey Puyev, Eric Anders, okay, that's a good sign that you didn't lose to Eric Anders. But yeah, if you're somebody who does a lot of analysis going off record and who's beat who with the MMA math, this one definitely is not giving you
Right.
any help or assistance with that for sure. So yeah, I mean 6'2", 79-inch reach for OCLD over there, 6 foot 74. So I mean Tulio's got the reach. No, he doesn't. He's actually at a pretty bad disadvantage there with the height and reach. Age doesn't really factor in. They're neck and neck. Huh. Yeah,
That's a coin flip.
this should be a lot closer to me. This should be this should be like a 50-50 fight to me here. So
My thing is,
who
I'm worried if Tulio starts touching him up, he's gonna just go to the grappling, just to try to be safe, and I think that's gonna hurt him on the scorecards. That's my
yeah.
concern.
I'll go Christian Leroy Duncan just because I feel like this is a coin flip.
Yeah,
I'll stick
no, I
with
don't
money
blame you.
line.
CLD at the plus 154. Hey, you took what I wanted to take, so props to you for that.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
just a flip there.
yeah. We got Chris Padilla versus Ismail Bonfim. Bonfim minus 198 favorite in this fight. He's the first Bonfim brother to fight on this card. Bobby, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, Bonfim brothers are starting to look like the talented MMA brothers as opposed to the Usman brothers, where only one of them was talented.
Mm,
And the Kashti brothers, man, I really like the Kashti brothers. That went absolutely nowhere. But yeah, Ismail's kind of had a little bit, rough patch in the past 2 years. Has been in the UFC, feels like longer, but only been in the UFC since 2023. It's felt like he's been in for at least 5 years. Beat Terrence McKinney. That was pretty good in round two. Lost to BSD. Beat Vince Pichel. Just lost to Sadikov in round one this past February. So a lot of people are kind of, thinking that he might be on a little bit of a skid here. But I mean, you got Padilla. He's once again very early into his UFC career. Only 2 fights in the UFC. He went to the wrong zoo back in September of last year and got the good old doctor stoppage over the wrong zoo and barely beat Jai Herbert with a split decision. That's a bit concerning there. Um, yeah, I still like Bonfim here. I wish I could get him at a little bit better odds. I was hoping, some pansies would be hand wringing and, worried about the FBI knocking on their door here and everything, and, be able to give us a little bit better odds. But yeah, Bonfim at the minus 198, Padilla at the plus 164 makes it kind of hard. I just still think the Bonfim brothers are pretty talented. I think they're very well rounded. I think I've seen enough from them to know that they still have a lot to show. It's still early in their careers. Chris Padilla just doesn't seem to have that same type of juice to me, unfortunately. As the kids say, it's giving cut in two fights vibes.
Oh
Is
no.
what it's giving. Uh, so Bonfim, let's see. So yeah, he's pretty much 20% sub win, 45% TKO. Uh, let's see what we're getting on a strikes finish here for old Bonfim. That's not bad. Ismail Bonfim, KO TKO at plus 300. By decision plus 140. How much has old Padilla been getting the meat knocked out of his rotel? Only 17%, but you know what? That could quickly add back up into another one. That man could be getting it knocked on out. But what about sub? Because or is it the other Bonfim? One of them boys is a subby little slut.
I think it's the other
Yeah, it's the
Bonfim.
other one that's a little subby slut. I'll just go Bonfim KO TKO. Why not? Swing for the fences.
And what was that at?
I believe that was plus 400. Let me double
Plus
check
400.
here. Let me double
Well,
check that. No,
while
plus
you're
300. Plus 300.
300. Okay. 300. I was gonna say while you're looking at that, I've got bad news. I'm on Padilla here
Oh,
because
god damn it.
these Bonfim brothers, I think that they're like a current brother duo in the UFC right now, man. The Taporia brothers.
Oh.
Where I'm not saying that Gabriel is Ilya, but I'm saying that I think there's one that's really good, and there's one that's good. You say it with a little bit of a head tilt and a shoulder bump his shoulders, but they're good. Yeah, they're all right. You like what do you think about this restaurant? It's good. It's all right. That's kind of what I think about Ismail Bonfim. Padilla, I think he has the finish advantage. I think Padilla actually could be the one that gets the knockout here. I like Padilla here. A lot of the things that I was looking at, my models, they like Padilla. And I don't want to just be stuck to, using the AI models and whatnot, but Ismail Bonfim worries me, dude. Because my stock of the Bonfim brothers has actually been going down. I think, in my opinion, for both of them. The Decisionator boys, man. You want any bacon with that Decisionator? That's what I'm worried about.
You're going to be worried for a different reason. You're going to be worried for the health of Chris Padilla. He's going to be writing his will. It's going to say, when I die this Saturday, please take care of my family. That's what it's going to say. And you know what's going to happen after that? The most milquetoast, limp-dicked, pitter-patter decision you've ever seen in your entire life. But at the end of the day, I bet Bonfim still gets his hand raised. At the end of the day, two men walk in. And when two men walk in, one man can pull your sweats around your ankles, and a gentle breeze starts to whistle between that bussy.
Oh my god! Oh my god! No, word on the street is that if Ismail loses this fight, every time he goes to Qdoba, he has to ask for a chicken padilla.
Well, all this talk about food after this fight, all I know is Ismail Bonfim's going to walk in, and he's going to be getting the big Bussifer combo.
Oh
the
my
big bussy on the side meal.
Moving on, we've got Muslim Salikov versus Euros Medic. This one gives me anxiety just thinking about it. I mean, I've been so wrong. I feel like I pick Salikov wrong every single time. Every single time I pick him wrong, because he is so dangerous and he is so old, yes. But like the wrong one comes out every time I make a pick. So Euros Medic, I'm sorry, but I'm picking you, man. I'm picking you to get the win here. Muslim Salikov is not the better striker, but I think he's the more unpredictable one. Like his kicks and stuff, he's still very fluid. And he's got great range of motion, which Medic is a lot tighter, a lot more kind of sticks to the pitter-patter type fight. I like Medic here. The over-under set at 1.5, so I think it's somebody's going down. I feel like it's going to be a KO. This isn't going to be a submission. But I don't have the nards to go Medic KO. Because I could see this. I mean, this could be just an ugly fight. Where Salikov just comes out kind of old. Medic comes out knowing that he can get his head kicked off at any moment, so he's a little hesitant. It's just pitter-patter. They both get gassed. This goes to decision, and then everybody's unhappy. But I'm just going to take Medic on the money line here, and I think this could be one of the grossest fights of the night. What do you think, Bobby?
Yeah, this is going to definitely be a frustrating fight for sure. I definitely don't think that this is going to be something that's going to make people happy because, yeah, you pretty much are very apt with the description of I have also been on the wrong side of Salikov because he's just so damn hard to pin down and figure out what the hell's going on. And he's fucking 40 years of age, actual fucking age.
Yes.
So, the guy's been around since 2017, and he was on a skid, but now he's on a 3-fight win streak with 2 of those coming by finish.
Right.
So who the hell knows, man? He's a late career resurgence, which is very uncommon in combat sports at this age to have a second prime a la Jose Aldo.
Yeah.
But you know what? Every time I keep dealing with this guy, it just makes me think, oh my God, I've had the old bull. Now I kind of want the young calf. I kind of want to see what's going on, Euros Medic gets out of the shower. He's got that little bead of sweat from his chest pubes down to his ball throw. And, just kind of want to grab him and kind of be like, hey, man, make me some money. So I think I'm going to be with you on Euros Medic. And did you say you went KO TKO?
I just went money line to be safe, man.
Just money line.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do like let's see, what is KO decision for this? Because Medic isn't getting a sub, right?
I don't think so. I wouldn't.
Let's see.
I don't think he'd be a little freak like that.
No, I wouldn't think so. Yeah, his KO's minus 110, which was another reason I didn't do KO. Is because it's still minus money. Minus 110 decision plus 800. So you can do them both. Get KO decision at minus 150. At minus 150, what is he at? Money line.
It's not
minus 148.
Right? Yeah, it's not that great.
Bro, how is it worse? You get rid of a method and it's worse. 148 money line. Minus 150 decision KO. Did I see that right?
You'd be mad if you lost as much money as they did last weekend, too.
Dude, no joke. KO decision, minus 150. What? What? That's crazy. All right. That's crazy, dude. That is crazy. I can't believe that. Gosh. All right. Well, let's move on to the last fight, man. I can't believe they took off a method and the odds got worse for you. That is just... God, that nobody better bet that this week. I hope people catch that. All right, Gabriel Bonfim versus Randy Brown is the fight of the night, the last fight we're talking about. Bobby, I'm guessing you're going with the Bonfim brother here? Because if you went with the last one, I think you got to go with this one, right?
Hey, man, let me double check this. Let me see here. Oh, Randy Rude Boy Brown. Love that song.
And I apologize. Did you go Medic money line or did you do Medic KO?
I went Medic money line as well since it's not really doing anything for us to try to go KO there. I'll tuck it between my legs, play it safe on that one.
That's me all day today.
It's every other betting channel. Oh, guys, I really think that, my name is Frosty Tips, and I think that the minus 600 is going to win today.
Okay, we didn't do that bad.
So yeah, Randy Brown. Let's see here, Randy. Right hook against Dalby, that's decent. How the hell do you drop a split with Brian Battle? man, he's managed to really rally himself
Hey,
since
Bryant
he's been
Battle's
in.
good.
He
That's our
is.
boy.
Fortunately, he got cut, but yeah,
Yeah.
I like him. Man, Randy Brown has been around since 2016. That is insane. Only 35 too. Man, this guy started young, but he's got a lot of wear and tear now. 20 and
Mm-hmm.
6. Randall Joseph, that's his real name there. Randall Joseph Brown,
Randall
RJB.
Joe.
Oh, Randy Joe. Joe's getting a little randy. You better keep him away from the party. He might grab some bud. Let's see. What do we got on odds here? Oh, Bonfim. Gabriel Bonfim. I don't know, man. This is another one where I got a bad feeling about this, and I'm real
I
scared.
know. I think
Last one
Brown
said
has like an 8-inch reach advantage.
8 inches ain't shit, brother. Let me tell you what. It's all about the girth. All about the
Hey.
girth. You need to be built like a little mini fridge. You need to be built like. I mean, you're not even really getting Randy Brown at anything crazy, and this is damn near pretty contentious. 56% bets on Bonfim, 44% on Brown. Brown's plus 145, Bonfim's minus 175. Maybe this is an upset smell here.
No.
Maybe. I mean, you got a guy who's really recovered in his career. I mean, hell, he only lost in 2023 before that split with Brian Battle that I remember now. If I remember correctly, it was actually very contentious. A lot of people actually thought Randy won. So, very controversial split decision there. And I believe that was the fight that actually got Brian Battle kicked out of the UFC because he missed weight. Let me double check. Yeah, that's the fight that he got kicked out of the UFC for. Well, he tried to fight Nursultan Ruzabov after that because he did miss weight. He missed weight for the Randy Brown fight, barely won, and then he fought a few months later. He was scheduled to fight Nursultan, and he missed weight again. And before the fight can even happen, they were just like, "All right, get the hell out, dude. You
Yeah.
missed weight twice now, back to back. Get out."
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm actually going Randy Brown money line here because I mean before that, and that was very contentious. He only lost to Jack Della Maddalena in 2023, which come on, it's Jack Della Maddalena.
Right. Right.
And then in 2020, he lost to Luque before Luque went off a cliff. And then before that, he hadn't lost since 2018. I mean, the guy beat Brian Barberena, Worley Alvarez, Alex Oliveira, Jared Gooden, excuse me, Chaos Williams. That was a really good one. Francisco Trinardo, Wellington Turman. He beat Salikov. That was the fight you and I were on Salikov for, I believe. And
I think so.
one hitter
I
quitted
think
him.
so.
Zaleski. You know what? Yeah, I'm going Randy Brown money line here because of that huge reach advantage 6'3, 78-inch reach advantage. Bonfim, 6'1, 72. It's not a huge reach advantage, actually. That's insane. How the hell is that? Actually, yeah, it is 78-inch reach compared to that 72. Hell yeah. So that's a
Yep.
huge reach advantage. A nice height advantage. Age doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah, Brown's older at 35. The wear and tear is a little bit concerning, but I mean, Bonfim's also had 18-1 as his record, so that's quite a bit of fights. Yeah, I actually like Randy Brown in this. I think he's going to be able to keep it standing. I think he's going to control the pace, control the distance, and he's going to be able to pull a little sneaky out here. What do you think?
Is it possible we're on opposite sides again?
What the hell?
I don't know. I don't know. So, like, it's kind of weird, too. Looking at the points, they're giving 13.5 points to Randy Brown in this. Which, once again, if this fight ends in a submission or a knockout, points don't matter anyways. But they're saying Bonfim's going to, like, destroy Randy Brown. And the over-unders sit at 2.5.
They need to
But
do some more raids. There's some more
yeah.
gyms that need to get raided.
But you would think with these numbers that the odds would be further apart, right? Like the minus 175.
Right.
And you said Bonfim's a public side. I was thinking Bonfim was going to pick him apart. Like you said, he's got that submission aspect to his game. Which, like the guys you were listing, I don't really view any of those guys as huge submission guys, right? Am I wrong?
I mean, Jack Della Maddalena was the one that submitted him. It started with the hand.
That's what I'm saying. The ones that he's beaten. It's like Wellington Turman, Salikov is definitely not. Zaleski, I feel like he's a striker at this point in his career. Brian Battle's not a grappler. Dalby, I don't feel like he's a grappler. At least not a good one. So I get down to maybe what, like Jared Gordon would be his win over like a grappler type guy.
Sorry, I
lost to Luque.
Jared Gooden. It's not Gordon. It's not the Flash.
Oh, I read it wrong. Sorry, my bad. Jared Gooden. Yeah. So then I scratched that mark too.
Jared Gooden is what we call in the industry a jobber.
See, Bilal Muhammad. He lost to Bilal back in 2017.
Bilal, remember the wall.
See, and they lost to Luque. He lost to Jack. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to stay on Bonfim here, unfortunately. Bonfim, once again, on the money line, because I feel like you're not getting anything good. Because Randy Brown's so good, I can see this going to decision. So a decision is plus 500. Submissions plus 165. I don't see him getting the knockout on Brown. So Bonfim by sub-decision is plus 100. See, like, that's not good enough for me. So I think I just stick with the minus 175. Nasty line, but I'm just going to hope that it's a winner.
I heard Randy Brown has been studying at the Jorge Masvidal School of Crotch Sniffing, so I have a little bit of confidence there.
Well, I can't argue with you about that. Bobby, what do you think of Haymaker?
Randy Brown KO TKO at plus 330.
Brown KO TKO.
He's going to be awfully disrespectful because his nickname's Rude Boy.
He's going to be awfully disrespectful.
KO TKO at plus 330 for old Randy.
TKO.
5-round main event. I think he's going to outlast Bonfim. I think he's going to outlast him. He's going to have the gas tank. He's going to have that dog in him, which you can't quantify that. I think he's going to use that reach to keep him at bay. That man's going to be shooting, panicking for his life. And you know what? Randy Brown's going to be like, oh, you're a wrestler now? Get your ass up. And he's going to keep making them stand up. And it's going to look real embarrassing because Bonfim's just going to be laying on his back doing that stupid little, leg kick thing where it's like, come on, crawl on top of me.
Crawl on top of me and meet your doom.
Right. And then it's going to be like, no, get up. And then, you're going to take this spit. The spit's coming at you, and you're going to take it. And then Bonfim's going to be like, yes, Dad. And he's going to take it.
Oh, my God. That's
what it's going to be. That's how it's going to be, and that's how it is. It is what it is, and he does what he does.
Well, one of us is going to be right, and one of us is going to be wrong. Maybe we'll split a bunch of these. Maybe all the winners will hit that we're split on. Just really screw us down the stretch. So, hey, that's how it's been lately.
I'll have to text Factory X members and see what's up. See what the scoop is at Factory X down there.
Thank you. You do that. Next week, guys, we're breaking down Islam Makhachev. He's back versus JDM. Huge fight. Much better card than the last two that we've been talking about. Looking to make that win streak 3 weeks in a row. Hopefully we do it. It's going to be hard with all these splits, but we can do it. We're on enough plus money bets to do it. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't yet, please make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel, like this video. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys think. I'd love to know your guys' predictions. And if you haven't yet, I want to invite you to join our betting prediction group or on Better Green MMA on Tapology. Compete against us. If you guys win the week and you are leading in any of these categories, you guys will be featured at the bottom of the screen every episode. Peace, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Peace.